Good morning and welcome to the Hidden Gems Screencast. This is Arden Thomas, Syncom Smalltalk Product Manager. Today we're going to talk about scripted image builds. So we're basically going to show you how to use a script to build, configure, and save an image. And this is a really useful technique. I use it all the time. I know a number of development teams use it for daily builds of the images that they give out to their team for development. You can use it to build your product, to build testing images. You can use it, as I do with the dev program, to use the weekly builds and build up an image for testing. So how does this work? Well, we're going to show you. This is on the Windows platform, but similar techniques can be used on any of the platforms we run on. So I copy this file, it's a CMD file, into my home directory where my product is installed. So that's one level above the image directory. When I run this, it goes into the image, copies my repositories file. This is where my store repositories information is stored. If I go to an image here, the store installed, I can export repositories right here to create that file. Then it starts visual.im, so a clean image, and files in build development 832.st. So let's take a look at what that looks like. I have that right here. What it does, it first saves the image as this. It sets my time zone to Eastern. I load a number of parcels that I want to for my build. Then it reads in my repositories file. It finds the Syncom public repository guest, which is read-only, fine in this case, connects to store, loads these packages. By the way, we tell it right here to load the latest version. And you can do other things if you need to. You can look at that. But I choose to load the latest of each one. I load these. I disconnect from store. I find the profile from my store, my local store. I connect to it. I load, in this case, Arden Extensions and Domain Master, which we've used in past screencasts. Disconnect. Then I set the font. By the way, this goes, if I look at my settings right here, where I can set what font I want to use and the relative size. So I'm choosing Bookerly. If I have that installed, Arial. If I do not, if Arial wasn't installed, it would default to Verdana. And the size, I'm choosing 3, which would be like choosing this right here. Then themes are listed right here, and I can programmatically tell it which one to use. So I'm telling it to use high contrast style. Setting some memory policies. If you have an application to open up, you would do that right here. And then finally, and it does this in a block and forks it, it saves the image and quits, and then you have your image built. So why don't we take a look at that? I do have a halt in it, so it'll stop for the halt. I'm going to let that halt go. It's loading my parcels. Then it's setting up to connect to the public store. We'll see it'll load from that. It just takes a moment to set everything up. And then it will disconnect and load things from my local store, which will happen very quickly. My store new. And then finally it saves. So any questions? Again, this is a really powerful and useful technique. One of the best to use because it saves a whole lot of time and allows you to consistently build and configure your images, which is just a great capability to have. If you'd like these scripts, or you have any comments, suggestions, please contact me at athomas@syncom.com. Until next time, Have a great time with Smalltalk.